Hello and welcome to Bradley Football Development Centre for this Northern Premier League East match between Grimsby Borough and Stocksbridge Park Steels. I'm your commentator for this afternoon, Adam Allcroft, and this commentary is sponsored by Jason Rawson, carpet fitter and supplier. We're here for a beautiful day, not too far from the coast now, here in the only team in the official pyramid system that actually plays in Grimsby. Grimsby Town obviously playing in Cleethorpes for people who want a bit of fact trivia for the next pub quiz. But the main task for Stocksbridge today, as they look to get 3 points to help them in their fight against relegation, is keep all 11 men on the pitch. In the last 3 games against Grimsby Borough, the Steels are yet to keep all of their men on the pitch. There has been a total of 4 red cards in those 3 games for Stocksbridge. Most recently been 2 in the last game where Grimsby Borough won 2-1. Jack Tinker and Luke Hogg being sent off in that game. Just as an extra note, the referee for today's game was the person who refereed Stocksbridge's 4-0 loss against Bridlington, where we were also reduced to 9 men. Okay. So we'll get the teams out for you now. So for Grimsby Borough, it's Liam Higson in goal, then it's Bradley Wood, Lewis Adlard, Sam Topless, Jazz Gundry, Luke Horn, Adam Drury, Lewis Collins, Kane Winfara, Cameron Gardner and Jack Richardson. The bench is Callum Lovett, Thomas Hitwell, Tyler Edwards, Sam Sarbot and Edwin Essel. For the Steels, it's Ben Townsend in goal, Jordan Lemon, Jack Tinker, Luke Hogg, Charlie Oglesby, Tom Charlesworth, Alex O'Connor, Ross Goodwin, Luke Rawson, Jack Watson and Jack Dolman. The bench is Bailey Ty Baker, Oliver Novak, Dan Nelson, who could make his senior debut for the Steels today, and Andy Ring. Borough currently in mid-table, 12th position, right in the middle of the pack. Technically still capable of both getting in the playoffs and being relegated, but barring dramatic gains or losses in form from various different teams, pretty much at Grimsby Borough season is safe for another year in the North Premier League. Fantastic achievement for this club, especially as they look to finish above their rivals Cleethorpes Town, who they're facing on Monday in what they like to call the El Hadico. Looks like Grimsby Borough will be kicking the game off for us here. We get underway in a moment. So just waiting for the kicker from the Borough today. Referee making his final few checks. We just had a bit of an early go from Luke Horn, who moved a bit too early. But there we go. The game is now underway. So Grimsby Borough in the all-red kit, kicking from left to right, while the Steels in the yellow shirts, blue shorts and blue socks kicking from right to left. Yes, if the Grimsby Borough youth are behind the goal that Grimsby were attacking, they've already started making plenty of noise in that small little terrace behind the goal as it's downfield headed away though into midfield. O'Connor hooks it away, but back it goes to Adlard who knocks it forward. They knock one for Garner to chase, and it's going to be left for Horn, who moves onto the left-hand side of the box, into the box, being held off by Oglesby, back onto the edge of the box. When Farah, though, miscontrols, has to go down the left, and then a big slide challenge goes in from Charlesworth, comes off when Farah last. It's a throw into Stocksbridge, an early bright moment from Grimsby Borough. 1 minute into this game, it remains 0-0. I know we will keep you up to date with all the other scorelines from the Northern Premier League East as they come in. I have lots of fixtures going on today, with it being Saturday and Easter weekend, and we've got the bank holiday coming up as well on Monday. You know, we're into the business end of the season when it's the Easter weekend, as Stockbridge have another thrown in a pretty much identical position. Big long throw down the field looking for Rawson, but head away by Richardson and out for another throw in further forward. Lemon will take again further down. Watson flicks on Rawson, trying to get the end of it, gets a touch, moves away from the defender, but well in from Wood, and it could turn into a counter-attack. Winfara pushes forward, puts it into the middle for Drury, one of the Grimsby Borough's top goal scorers this year. Now to the side to Collins, and back it goes to Wood, who takes the touch, back into midfield for Drury, and then all the way back to Liam Higton, the goggled goalkeeper who impresses every time we face Grimsby Borough. Ball goes long, Dolman gets a head onto it, and it will go out for a throw-in to the Borough. Wood up to take this throw in now. Looks like it will be a long throw from the fullback. Dolman drops off in a bit and waiting for throw, and here it comes. Long throw in and a bit of push off, and it's into the post, but it will be a push off Luke Rawson. Grimsby Borough thought they had the early off for a second, but it has been disallowed. And I think the Grimsby Borough players have only just realised that one has been disallowed. Good. Ross Goodwin not happy with the marking on that, but a bit of a let off as they had headed one in at the near post, Grimsby Borough, but will not be allowed. It was a push off Luke Rawson that gave him the space, and as Townsend pings it towards his left wing, and then Wood goes in a bit late on Dolman, but that one won't be given. It will be a throw in for Grimsby Borough, the home side. Wood takes time, and then another long throw, launch it forward, and Wood will head it away, but then stopped by Garner, who flicks it onto the left. Then Collins gets it left, but Winfara will have to drop deep to collect, and back it will go to Adlard, who steps forward and puts it into the midfield. And but Stocksbridge presses, forcing him back with Adlard. Long ball forward from him, looking for Gardner, but Lemon gets the block, and it goes out for a throw-in. Looks like just Tom Charles is taking a spot at right back, while Lemon will be at centre back today. Alex Phillipson away for this game and not available. So shame, considering his impressive start. Back pass towards Higton. Rawson looks to press, but it looks like they're not going to press with any much intensity, and Higson will get that way well, but Tinker heads it back. O'Connor will look to chase onto it, but well intercepted by Collins, who gives it back to Higton, sent long, looking for the left-hand side, and well touched back towards Garner, and he's been forced further back. Goodwin goes in with a good foot, but still with Grimsby Borough now, with Drury, who comes forward, and he's got space, he's running forward, it gets through Lemon, and then puts it into midfield, and then it's tapped away from Horn in a good position, and then eventually Hogg is one who boots away, still with Grimsby Borough. Side to Wood now. Wood knocks it forward, and it's one. It's going to be chased by Horn, but will go out for a Stockfish throw. Grimsby Borough do look dangerous in attack at the moment. 5 minutes gone, remains 0-0. Try and keep it today with scorelines from across the nation, and in the Premier League, Luton Town are leading Tottenham 1-0 through Tahith Chong. Long throw from Tink, headed on by Rawson, but back in Grimsby Borough's field for Goodwin can kick away, but only back to Topless, who sends it forward. Hogg will return the header, and then Watson will not be penalised going in the back of a Grimsby Borough player. Doesn't matter anymore as Grimsby Borough have the ball. And they have a throw-in after they kind of got the last touch on it. Quickly taken to Collins, who gives it back to Richardson, takes the touch, will get forward to Winfaru, knocks it into the middle. It's a good run from the number 10, and it's well finished by Cameron Gardner, who has Grimsby Borough ahead. It's great passing move from the Borough. Gardner peels off into space, ace in the middle, and it's a fairly simple volleyed finish from the forward. It's 1-0 to Grimsby Borough. It's a terrible start for the Steels, who normally are able to keep it tight for a decent amount of game, but Grimsby Borough have been on top in the first few minutes of this game, and after having one ruled out not so long ago, do finally get their goal through Cameron Gardner. 6 minutes gone, Grimsby Borough 1-0 up. Steels will have it all to do if they want to get something out of this game. See, comment for Sork saying, come on, lads, make my afternoon more exciting while I'm sat working, doing yearly accounts. Unfortunately, that's something that's going to be classed as being a deductible in Stocksbridge's season. As going to be now 1-0 up through that very smart finish from Cameron Gardner. Higton on the ball, sends it long. Dolman will challenge, heads it back into midfield, but into Grimsby Borough, who are winning this midfield battle very easily at the moment. Charles have knocked it forward, and it will be battle in midfield, but Grimsby Borough have it back, and they're on the attack again. Switch play, looking for Drury, just a bit too much for him, but it will be a Stocksbridge throw-in, and Grimsby Borough are looking to see if they can double their lead very, very quickly. Tinker with this throw-in now. There's a lot of frustration on the Stocksbridge team already. I can just see Luke Hogg and Charlie Oaksby having words with each other. Find that earlier. Hogg's getting a big hug round on him, but as it's headed away from him, Lemon has the ball now, takes touch, spreads it out wide to Charles on the right back, making his return from injury. Ball long looking for Watson, and Watson trying to cause a problem as it was intercepted, but because we were able to clear. Bounce forward, Horn will chase, but Oaksby has that one covered and will eventually go down under the challenge. And now it's Gardner coming forward. Gardner on the left-hand side. Gardner trying to find some space. Well, tries the shot on the edge of the 6-yard area, blocked by Luke Hogg. Goes to the edge of the area to Richardson, who goes out left, trying to get the beating of Charlesworth here. And eventually, Richardson will end up in the corner flag, and it goes out for a Steele's goal kick. Stocksbridge looking very vulnerable at the back. And any question that Grimsby Borough might be taking it easy, considering that they don't really have anything much to play for other than position and pride, has been absolutely written off in these early moments of this game as they lead 1-0. Tinker knocks forward and O'Connell flick it onto Watson, who's trying to hold on to it, tries to get back to O'Connell, accidentally nutmegs him, but there's been a foul given to Stocksbridge. Hogg takes it and will send it back to Townsend in the trademark keeper's cap. Shot forward, he's going over the top of everyone, and on Stockbridge are appealing for the throw-in, but they're not going to get it. It will be a good throw deep into their own half. Stockbridge yet to do anything of note in this game in the first 9 minutes. Adlard throws it downfield and can be fought for on that left-hand side by Horn, but Horn can only head it out to be a Stocksbridge throw. Back it is with Lemon now taking. Long throw downfield and headed away by Richardson, and Stockbridge get it back, not forward for Watson on the right, who takes a touch. He's trying to go out wide, out to Goodwin, who lofts one in, bounces behind Rawson. O'Connor heads it on to Dolman, trying to fight for it, but Grimsby Borough clear away. It's the first time Stockbridge, I think, have even got it in the Grimsby Borough box, but it wasn't done in any sort of clean or fashionable way. Grimsby Borough in midfield, Goodwin harassing, but now to the back to Gardner, who's been an live wire and has got his goal already in this game. Tries the 1-2, but Goodwin intercepts it. Back with Lemon, forward to Hogg, and tried to get a Charlesworth, but it's a poor pass. Adlard got the first touch onto it, but he wasn't able to make more of it than that, and it's out for a Stocksbridge throw. Been really poor from the Steels so far in this game. Some other goals to tell you about. Concert leading 1-0 against North Ferriby. Charlie Waters scored from the spot. That's a battle for the playoffs in that game. And Ashington are leading 1-0 against Bridlington Town. Daniel Maguire scoring. Tinker spreads it out to Dorman on the left. Takes a touch. Got a bit of space, but it quickly disappears from him. Back to Tinker. Takes his time. Right footed down. Look for the run of O'Connor. Probably just a bit too much there, and it will be covered by Topless as it goes out for a goal kick. Back with Higton there, who is yet to be tested in the early part of this game.
Tell the big bat.
So back with Higton now, who will take time for sending a ball long. Look, Dorman will try to be the one to head it away. He can only head it up into the air because Borough will then knock it on. That was Drury knocking it on before Oaksby heads away. It's a bit of head tennis on the edge of Stocksbridge's penalty box. Horn's trying to turn as he gets it to feet. Back it goes to Richardson, who will then send it back all the way back to Adlard now. He will push forward. Ball goes through to one and then back to Adlard and then to Winfara on the left. And back now to Gardner, who's been lively so far in this game, and it's a bit of a poor pass from him, and Watson's able to come in and intercept with it using his pace. He turns and is going to send one to Chase, and I think that's the problem. We had a good opportunity opening up there, and then it was just quite a hopeful ball. Well, looking for Tom Charlesworth, who's not the quickest man in the world, and in the end, that's why it's gone out for a Grimsby Borough throw-in, and a potential opportunity is back with Grimsby Borough now. 12 minutes gone, remains 1-0 to Borough. Lemon on the ball now. He's going to send one forward, looking for Rawson, chests it down, but in the end actually came off a Grimsby Borough player, last off Gondry. Now just with Lemon now, who's going to throw it towards Charlesworth, and he will overhead kick volley it to it, but it goes nowhere near anyone in the box, and instead is out for a goal kick. Just been a very while Stockbridge have got the ball forward a bit more often in the last few minutes. It's been very poor from the away side so far, and Grimsby Borough are well on top. In the Premier League, Crystal Palace are leading 1-0 against Nottingham Forest. Jay Mateta has given the Eagles the lead. On ball forward from Higton, and that might end up going out of play, but it's actually kept in very well by Winfarr. Gives it, tries to touch it over Charlesworth, and while Charles got the header, end up giving it back to Adlard. Ball goes forward to Horn, and it's Oglesby using his body to stop Horn getting onto it. It's really good physical from the centre back, and as it goes out for the goal kick in the end. Horn is another one who's been looking dangerous so far in this game. Oglesby's not looking to be embarrassed either. Was in the Northern Premier League Team of the Year last year. Maybe not going to happen this year, despite his performances remain higher. And Tinker's almost given the ball away there. Gave it right to Drury, and second time gave it back to Drury, but Drury can only knock it back out to play for a Stocksbridge throw. So back now with Tinker for this throw in, and Grimsby Borough pushing their men forward, trying to see if they can keep it in this sort of right wing position for them. King throw for a look for Rawson, who peels off, heads it on, but it only goes back to Gundry, who heads it forward. But Hogg, who volleys it right back. Rawson will head it on. Watson was offside and couldn't really do much with it. As Wood gives it back to Higton. Watson will go in and close down, but Higton sends it away before there's any real pressure on him. Oglesby heads it back into midfield, and in with Grimsby Borough in the midfield, and eventually a foul is given for O'Connor, just nibbling a bit too much in Adam Drury, and it's a time for Borough to put the ball into the box. Because we definitely look more likely to score the next goal in this game. Hey. FA Vars Lincoln United are leading 1-0 in the FA Vars semi-final against Romford in that first leg. Matty Cotton has scored. Winfarr will send the ball in, trim ball in there, and headed away by Stocksbridge, but not out to the woods yet. Goodwin he cleared it out for a throw, and I think he was taking the free kick for a trip on him, and he's not being given, and he said Grimsby will be able to maintain pressure with a throw in. Wood will head over with the long throw. Wood's long throw already caused one big problem. It did end up in the back of the net, but was disallowed for a foul on Luke Rawson. And everyone is crowded roughly around the 6-yard area, a few players outside of it. Big long throw goes in now. It's in the box, bouncing the back of someone's head before Charlesworth just rose heads it behind the goal. Appeals for handball, I think, from pretty much everyone involved in that. It's a bit like when a coin gets caught in one of the flipper machines that's just down the road from here in Cleethorpes. As Drury, he'll head over to take this corner kick. Tom Charles just taking that no-nonsense option there of just have it. And Drury with corner. Right-footed, lofted ball, looking into the centre, head up into the air by Tinker. No one can really see where it's gone with Farah. It does, though, and he's trying to get onto it, but Rawson gets enough, and then Goodwin clears it away. And then Watson gets the bounce going his way, sends it through looking for Dorman. Dorman tries to get the beating of Adlard, but really good defending from the left back of Grimsby Borough, who now clears it away. Gives it right back to Lemon now, though, and he takes his time and will send it forward, but intercepted by Collins, and then sends it just for Hogg to intercept back with Charlesworth, who sends it down the line to Watson, who's been forced backwards, and ends up giving it back to Hogg, who sends one to the right wing to Rawson, who does well to keep it in, got an option on the right. No one in the centre yet, though, and then Rawson with a poor pass, looking for the overlap, ends up going in out of play for a goal kick, and there was a frustration and scream, I think, from the bench for Andy Ring there. Being very upset how a potentially promising attack ended with a goal kick to Grimsby Borough of the goal not being tested. Linton Town have equalised against Ashington. Lewis Dennison has scored there to make it 1-1. Heaton, ball going. Horn trying to track it, comes off his back, and bounce to Connor, who just heads it away to Dorman, who just loses track of the ball, ends up giving it back to the home side, and to Richardson, who's just in his own half, but will now cross it again over on the left-hand side for giving it right back to Adlard. Bounces awkwardly, but right foot volleys it forward, and Horn flicks it on, and he'll get it back, and they've beaten the offside trap there through Richardson, but the ball just goes a bit too long, and Townsend rushes out to claim it before it turns into anything more dangerous. 18 minutes gone in this game. It's 1-0 to Grimsby. The 6-minute strike from Cameron Garner. Really well-worked goal and a really nice finish from the forward, giving the lead as Watson knocks it back to Rawson, and a ball over the top looking for O'Connor. The offside flag is up on him, and that will stop what could have been a good attack, but then O'Connor's touch wasn't the best, and it gives it right back to the home side. Ball is switched over to Drury, who takes it to feet well, but it bounces off his foot and onto his hand, so Stocksbridge will get it back through the free kick.
Lucky mate.
With Townsend. Take his time with it. Already frustrated. His aim for every game is obviously to get a clean sheet, and that's not happening yet today. The ball goes long. Ross tries to move on to it, but headway by Goundry goes to Dorman on the left, but he is out muscled, and the ball is sent away. Townsend will be when it goes on to it. He allows it to roll into his box, but still keeps it to his feet. Then takes touch and will give it short to Oglesby. Now across to Tinker, who rolls it in front of his right, and then short to Watson, who's dropped deep and will look to turn his man. Does turn his man. Great work from Watson. Goes down the left-hand side, tries to clear inside, evades one tackle. Back he goes to Gooden, who sends one for Dolman into the box. It's just too close to Hickton, and he will claim it. But it was a more promising piece of play from the Steels. Thrown out to Drury, who will drop deep under pressure from Tinker, and into centre midfield he drops now. Turns, and now we'll send one for Horton to try and chase on this right wing, and he does get it really well, peels off well, but it goes out of play before he can get a serious touch on it, and it will be a throw into the Steels. 20 minutes gone, what's still 1-0 to the Borough. Tinker now with long throw downfield looking for Rawson, but Wood heads it away, then big clearance away by Richardson, who's going to go out for a goal kick though. So back with Townsend now. Parkgate are leading 1 Town in a local fixture. Valladolid Collins, the man who scored for the team chasing promotion from the Northern Counties Division 1. Ball sent long here, but heads it away from Watson out for a throw-in on the right wing. Just seen Sue Allcroft coming saying, turn it around, lads, and I'll leave the car home and back it around again. No shots, though. Well, definitely not. But please, I've seen the effect of shots on her. As Lemon switches play, but it's a weird, awkward one that Tinker does that hold down well, but it's under pressure from Drury. He manages to get through him and a few players. To the right, it goes to Goodwin, but then the pass is just completely off target to no one in particular, and then Grimsby Borough get the throw in here. Stockbridge have had a few changes today, a few players missing, like Curtis Turner, Thomas Poole, Alex Phillipson, and they're certainly missing them at the moment, especially Curtis Turner at centre midfield, because Grimsby Borough are winning the midfield battle. It feels like every ball drops to them. They're winning every battle, it seems, and it's just this is why Grimsby Borough look more like a score even now. Stocksbridge get on the attack and just ping a ball right to Bradley Wood, who is able to knock it through to Drury. And here comes a Grimsby Borough attack. Drury sends one towards Horn, and Horn gets the touch, but that will be back to O'Connor now, and Stocksbridge will look to get things going their way. Dorman on the halfway line, back to Tinker, and into O'Connor, who loses the ball with a poor touch. Drury on it now, and back it goes. And it's actually a poor one, and Charlesworth latched onto it, lays off to Rawson, but it's behind him. Then back to Goodwin, who the attack's still on Goodwin, thinking about the shot, but instead we'll lay it off to Charlesworth on the right. Charlesworth then finds Goodwin again, overloading on the right, but Goodwin goes down under pressure and will get the free kick. And that's a dangerous free kick potential. I'm just wondering who's actually going to take it with no Thomas Poole or Curtis Turner, the two players who end up on all the set pieces. It looks like it's going to be Luke Hogg taking it. Scored his first goal for the Steels 2 weeks ago. Quite a solid low strike against Newton Aycliffe. This is not a scoring opportunity at all. It's more of a dangerous crossing one over on the right wing, about, I'd say, 8 yards from the byline. One for Charlie Ogsby, who scored his first Steels goal here at Grimsby Borough last season. Hogg, right-footed, lofted ball, looking for that far post. Rawson tried to get a header onto it, but Gundry is the one who did, and it goes out to the right. It's not gone out of play, and it's actually well done by Grimsby Borough to keep it in, but then it's back with Stocksbridge now, and O'Connor, left-footed, will try and get it in, but ends up going further away. It's a better clearance than it was. Cross Dolman keeps it alive. Ogsby went up for the header, but then it's Richardson who just boots that one up in the air. It keeps this one attack alive for now, and Stockbridge do knock it forward to Goodwin. Back it goes to Hogg, and poor touch from Hogg, and he loses the ball because of that, but Hogg will go back into his own half to rescue it. The big opportunity Stockbridge has now gone, but they remain on the ball through Townsend, and is it back now to Hogg, who's dropped deep to collect? Slowly going forward with it, and we'll try and get it down the wing to Charlesworth, who has the ball and touched it on well, looking for Watson, and Gundry does well, blasting it into the feet of Watson and giving the home side the throw-in. 24 minutes gone, it's 1-0 to the Borough. Ashington are back ahead in the game against Bridlington. Daniel Maguire scored his second of the game. And here at Bradley Football Development Centre, we have 187 in attendance. Chelsea are 1-0 up on Burnley. Disassi has scored. So it's with Charlesworth now, who will send it long, looking for Watson, but it's too far ahead of him, and it will go out for a goal kick. Higton, who was a top goalkeeper at this level, always seems to pull off a great save against the Steels, especially. I'm waiting for the one he is going to do in this game, because there'll be one where you just think, bloody hell. Just waiting for the goggled goalkeeper to take his goal kick, and it comes out right-footed, skews out towards the right-hand side, and it's Dorman who gets a good header away. Rawson will head it on, looking for O'Connor, who can't keep it in, and he'll be out for a Grimsby Borough throw. Rawson's asking for some pressure, but as the Steels drop off deep, and in the end, Woodwell just throw it all the way back now to Higton, who sends it long. Ogilvy will go for the header. It's headed on in for Horn to Garner, but well in from Lemon, who stops Garner from getting to it. So not the best back pass there. Not sure if Garner fully committed to it, but it could have been 2-0 either way, as Lemon clears that one away, and Rawson will not even go for Frederick. Gundry heads it away unchallenged. A big, tall centre-back was on loan with Grimsby Borough last year before making it permanent this year. And it's a good escape from Garner here, the goal scorer. Takes a good touch. He's going to take the shot. Look for the bottom corner. Not too far off. Oh, Garner, absolutely unchallenged. Plenty of space to move into. Who just turned and got the nice little touch to create even a bit more space. And with his left foot was looking for the bottom corner. But in the end, just a bit far to the corner. And Townsend is incredibly angry because he feels like his defence have let him down on that occasion and could have allowed him to make it 2-0. Lemon sends the ball forward, but headed away. And it seems to be midfield. Grimsby Borough just seem to occupy all the space. And that's spread out now to Drury on the right. And it's a poor cross in the end from Drury that just about stays into the ground. Hits the top of the fence behind the goal. It's going to be with Townsend now. In a relegation 6-pointer, Ossett United are leading 1-0 against Grantham Town. Adam Watson, the goal scorer. As Lemon sends the ball long and knocked away from Watson. Then be back within the central defence. Clever little touch from Gondry. Gets away with, but then Goodwin tried to trigger the press, almost working. Grimsby remain on the ball for now, though. And they get it through to Drury. Drury takes a touch, puts it into the middle, and then back goes to Drury, and then to Collins, who will take it over to the left-hand side of the pitch under pressure from Hogg. Gives it to Adlard, and Adlard went off forward. It comes off Charlesworth, and Charlesworth got a bit of a blow to the chest there. He has got a cracked He's just recovered from that and perhaps just had the feeling of that as it came off his chest. With Grimsby Borough now for the throw-in with Adlard, who is wondering where all his options are. Taking his time with it, Adlard. In the end, we'll throw it back to Gondry, who will then give it all the way back to Higton. Rawson's going to try and rush him here, and then we'll scoot out to the right here towards Wood, who takes a good touch, turns and sends it down the line. No one's there for it, and Oglesby will come over, takes the touch, and will clear it downfield. Watson will look to challenge for it, but headed away by Topless, and it's just a big heading battle. Watson's got it down to feet now, and he trying not to fall over as he tried to find Rawson, well intercepted by Wood, who clears it away, and touch on, and Horn will get it, break through the middle here, but Lemon's back quickly and knocked it back to Townsend. Townsend takes the touch, rolls it out in front of him. Carries on going out outside of the box. And then we'll send this one forward. He's looking for Rawson now, but Topless heads it away. Bounces over midfield, and Hogg loses out, nothing given, and despite appeals, Drury rushing forward. Drury's got space, lays it out to the left to Winfara. He's got plenty of options, tries to find Adlard pushing forward, but in the end, Stocksbridge blocked it and will clear it. Rawson now trying to hold play up, and he's tried to find Watson, but it's gone out, and it'll be a Stocksbridge throwing on the halfway line. 29 minutes gone, it remains 1-0 to Grimsby Borough. Got some impressive attendance that's coming through today now. Stockton Town have got over 1,000 there today. As Stocksbridge tried to get past through the middle and earned a free kick in a decentish position, about 30 yards out to tail on the right-hand side. Actually, the free kick's not for what I thought it was for something further out, and in the end it's been taken quickly. It's with Charlesworth now, who is looking to do a crossing, but he decides not to. In the end, a second cross does go in, but it's going to be cleared away, and then try to break out as Grimsby Borough, but in the end, Hogg is given the foul away, and it will be a free kick to Grimsby. 30 minutes gone now, and Stocksbridge yet to have a shot on target. It's not been a vintage performance, to say the least. There's been a confusion about where the free kick should be taking place, and has been decided now, and Higton will take it for the home side. And Higton taking time with it. Grimsby have pushed quite a few men forward, and to drill one towards this right-hand side, and it can then head it on. It's going to be Drury fighting for it, and I think he's trying to do enough to get it away, and in the end it comes off Drury. Last appeals for free kicks on both sides, but nothing given. So back it goes with Townsend as Steele give it short to Lemon. Lemon sends it forward long, looking for Rawson, who touches it down, but then as every knockdown from Rawson seems to happen, it goes back to Grimsby Borough. So Rawson's just won the ball high up and can't get onto the second. It's cleared away though to O'Connor. Stocksbridge look to keep the pressure on with Dolman now. Dolman forced back into the middle to Goodwin, gets it caught under his foot, but back to Tinker, to Watson in the middle. Heavy touch from him, touch it onto Rawson, just about getting away, but goes to O'Connor, who gets it to the right to Charlesworth, takes the touch, cross going in towards the near post, headed away by Gundry and out for a corner kick. It's Stocksbridge's best period of football in the game so far. And it will be their first corner of the game. Hogg going over to take it. We'll see what Hogg's corners are like now, because I say it's normally Poole, and if Poole's not here, it's normally Turner. Neither of them are here today. I've seen Alex O'Connor do a few corners when they've not been here, but I'm going to be honest, they've not particularly been the highest quality, so Hogg's being given the opportunity today. Right foot of ball drilled towards that far post. Oglesby right sides towards goal. It's in the 6-yard area, but Grimsby Borough are able to head it away. Collins heads it back to Adlard before he does a big volley away. Interesting but well worked clearance. As it's back with Collins now, who turns well under pressure from O'Connor. Then we'll look to switch play to Adlard, who's on the right wing. Adlard, who been playing left wing back, but it's on the right wing at the moment. Slows it down as he puts it back into midfield and then over to Wood now on the right. Adlard heading back to his normal position, I'm noticing, as Richardson has the ball and we'll put it over to the left with as now it's back with Adlard and then back with Drury, who's filled in on that left-hand position. Now Collins and lots of shouting from both benches as Grimsby Borough slowly decide what they want to do with the ball. Because they're quite happy just to see this ball in the middle, I think, for now. As they're trying to come forward now, Grimsby Borough. Lemons missed a tackle. Carl's, missed a tackle, but it is going to be back in the halfway line. Switch over to Wood. Dorman's trying to trigger the press, but Wood just knocked it over the top of him before Tinker heads it away to Ross, who controls it, and then Dolman trying to get it under control, does, but the space has gone, switches it over to Watson, who has to chase it down as it goes beyond him, and it's just gone beyond it too much, and it'll be out for a throw. In 33 minutes gone, 1-0 to Grimsby Borough. Steels are improving, though, as the game goes on. Ashington are 3-1 up on Bridlington. Carl Ross has scored. So, back to which Adlard will take, sends it downfield. Goodwin heads it backfield before headed on by Charlesworth, and in the end it goes out of play for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Stocksbridge are pressing, now starting to press, trying to see if they can get an equaliser before the break. Goes to Charleston and back to Lemon, then to Watson in the middle, who doesn't have the cleanest touch on it, but he'll still keep the ball. Jinx takes a shot and is always rising. Would have been a stunner had it gone in, but it was nowhere near going in. But it is a shot on goal, I suppose, so we'll take that. It's not been a great performance from Stocksbridge so far. Now it's back with Higson for his goal kick. Lincoln taking his time with it now. Ball forward here, looking for Wood, who will have to bounce over him, and then Tinker will clear away. Rawson tries to hold it up, but Toppers heads it away from him. It's batter midfield. Goodwin will get onto it first and lets it go to Hogg now. Now Charlesworth. Charlesworth slowing it down a bit, then getting through to Hogg, and it's actually a sliding challenge, which takes it out for a corner kick. So Stock's going to another chance to put a ball in. It looked dangerous last time, so this could be one of the Steel's chances to try and get back into this game. They've been getting better, having more possession, but haven't really created anything clear cut. It's a very well drilled corner from Hogg that went to the far post last time. And it's another drill and look at the near post. It's headed up into the air from the near post. Rawson gets a touch onto it. And it's over the line. And it's been given. I believe it's Jack Watson who got the last touch onto it. Or Ross. God, it could have been anyone. But Hickson got a hand onto it. It was a solid hand. But the linesman has adjudged it to have crossed the line. It's 1-1 here. Not sure who got that final touch onto it. Looks like it might be Ross Goodwin or Luke Rawson, depending on looking at the celebrations. I'm hoping that Dave got that at the very least, or what the Grimsby Borough official. And it's now 1-1. The Steels have equalised with a very, very scrappy goal, to say the least. The linesman showing that you don't need goal line technology if the linesman's doing his job like that. It's been given to Luke Rawson, that goal. We will review video footage to see if it definitely was him, because I'm not sure at all. Grimsby Borough on the attack here. And they get it out towards Wood on the right-hand side. He's got loads of space, Wood. Very lofted cross into the middle. It's clumsy, and then it overly heads away, and then still in the box, and Lemon can only head it behind him before big boot away from Goodwin. Still on the attack of Grimsby Borough. About 30 yards out at the moment. Back it goes to Adlard, and then into midfield, and then over to Wood. Big trim ball into the box, and then headed on, and then Tinker will get the chest onto it. Could go out for a corner. He manages to just about keep it out before Tinker's almost pushed over the advertising audience. It's going to go out for Grimsby Borough throw. So we are going to go with the football web pages with Rawson as the goal scorer until we are otherwise corrected on it. There's a lot of players in that box. So here comes a long throw from Wood, being dangerous so far in this game. Headed away by Oglesby. Hogg will get a touch onto it, but it can only go back to Wood on this right-hand side. He puts the cross in, looking for the far post. Townsend doesn't get a good claim onto it, can only get a palm, and it goes out for a corner. Grimsby Borough have been putting the pressure on since conceding. Some goals to tell about that happened since that goal. Grantham have equalised against Ossett. Sam Muggleton has scored for the Gingerbreads. Ashington are now 4-1 up on Bridlington. Charlie Exley has scored, and Will Annan has put Cleethorpes Town ahead against Winterton in that Lincolnshire derby. The El Hadika between Grimsby and Cleethorpes Town takes place on Monday. Thought the corner about to go in, but then it just drifted off the corner spot, and we'll have a second go at this now. Goal goes right-footed in and then headed away by Uggs to the right-hand side, but Topless does not get his feet right and ends up just knocking it out for a goal kick, and that ends a really good spell of pressure for Grimsby Borough, who have bounced back very well, but not able to retake the lead. Lemon takes it right, footed ball forward, looking for Awesome, but headed away by Topless. Goes back to Goodwin, who I thought was going to catch it for a second, but I think he thought it might be a free kick, but in the end, it's just giving the ball back to Grimsby Borough, and now it's going to go all the way back to Higton. Charlesworth is going to press, but he's nowhere near it as Higton boots that one away and clear. Lemon will chase it down as Horn trying to cause a problem, and Horn does get a touch onto it, forces Lemon to take a touch, but Lemon has won that battle and will carry the ball away now. Sends it forward to Rawson, who tries to hold on to play. Does well and gets it to Charles, who flicks it on, looking for Watson, but head away by Gowndry. Goes back to O'Connor, who gives it over to Charlesworth on the right. Takes a touch, sends it forward, but well intercepted by Adlard, who's had a very impressive game for Grimsby Borough. And the counter-attack is on for the home side. To Drury on the right. Drury got plenty of options. He finds the overlap for Collins, who drills across him, blocked, and it's going to bounce favourably. He's going to send another one. Near post blocked by Oglesby, and then Tinker clears away for it, goes out for a corner. Back with Wood, who will try to switch over to the left-hand side, but no one's there for it, and Stocksbridge will intercept through Charlesworth, who now clears it away, looking for Rawson, but Gundry heads it away from him. Back with Richardson now, and back to Adlard, who will send it forward, and to no one in particular. It's out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. So back Lemon. A bit of frantic bit of play for both teams there. Grimsby have come out firing since conceding that goal and try and retake the lead. It's a slow restart here. But now Lemon will get us back underway. Launch downfield, and Rawson heads it on, but Gundry clears it into midfield, and back it goes. Grimsby tried to drill it forward, but Tinker intercepts. Tink has time and will send one for Dorman to try and chase, and Dorman runs onto it. He's then pegs it back and will give it back now to O'Connor. Then back to Tinker, who is in his own half, and across forward to O'Connor, who slows it down. He hasn't got an option on, so he has to give it back to Tinker. I think that's what they're complaining at. No one's really offering themselves options. Rawson has it now to Dorman left into the middle to O'Connor. O'Connor's going forward with it. He's going to think about the shot. But then he tries to get it through to Watson. Key interception before Grimsby were able to clear it. O'Connor trying to put some pressure on as well at the time. Now Grimsby were trying to get the counter-attack going. Winfarah finds Gardner, the goal scorer, well on the left. He gets past Hogg. Gardner continues forward. He's got Goodwin ahead of him now, but Gardner will slow it down and try to send it onto the left to Winfarah. That pass is too far ahead of him, and it will go out for a throw-in. 42 minutes gone in this game. Rings 1-1 here. Sheffield FC are playing in Lincolnshire today rather than North East Derbyshire, but it doesn't really matter because they're leading 1-0 against Newton Aycliffe. AJ Greaves has scored for the oldest club. So back with Lemon sends this throw forward. Now O'Connor has it, and O'Connor Sends a high ball forward. Dolman's going to try and challenge for it. Wood can only head it backwards. And it's going to go and be not too far from the corner flag. So Tinker's going to head over to the front. Can Stocksbridge take the lead before the end of the half? Stocksbridge have never won against Grimsby Borough, but they've never even actually led against this team. Tinker throws it down to O'Connor. Looking to turn, feels it's gone out, but not given before eventually we will clear it off Dolman and get a goal kick. Only have had a man sent off. Lawrence Assingham has been sent off. There's 10 men against Chelsea. As it's now back with Higton, who we thought, made the save from Luke Rawson, but it crossed the line before he made it, and that's why it's now 1-1. Higton sends it long. Oglesby and Horn are going to battle, and Oglesby wins that battle, but he only gives it back to Collins, who gives it to Adlard here on the left, who comes forward with it. He's continuing forward, puts the pass into the middle, and blocked by Oglesby, who trying to get it away, gives it to Goodwin in the end, and then back it goes to Charles, who has some space, and he's going to have some space to be able to clear it away, and that's exactly what he's going to do down the right-hand side, but it's back now with Grimsby Borough. Richardson, who drops deep, then to Wood over on the right-hand side. He touched and tries to get the pass forward, and Dolman misses interception and ends up taking out the man instead. And clumsy tackle from someone who probably should be better considering he's been playing left back most of the year rather than left wing. But it will now be a free kick for Grimsby Borough and a chance to put the ball into the box. Windfarrer is going to be the one to take his free kick. He scored a free kick against Stocksbridge at this ground here last year. One of those weird, is it a cross, is it shot sort of free kicks. And he's going to drill one in here, but headed away before it gets to the box by Tinker, but back with Borough it goes, and back to Windfarrer it goes, who left footer will try another ball in, more looping ball in, headed away by Oglesby. Everyone's pulling everyone's shirt in there. Topless has the ball now, gives it back into midfield, and there's plenty of space now, and for Collins, who slips over and then will just use whatever he can to sling it out to the left. Grimsby do keep possession thanks to that quick thinking from Lewis Collins, rather than O'Connor, who was coming to try and rob it and maybe turn it into a counter-attack. Ball's lofted to the right-hand side here. Dolman has got all his arms around the man. He's got to be careful not to give away a free kick, but Drury's going to get past him now and then can't get the cross past O'Connor, and it will be a corner kick to Grimsby. Stockbridge away form has not been great this year. Only one win away from home for the Seals. Probably one of the big reasons we've been at the wrong end of the table. But now it's a corner kick, which could be a short one. Drury's offered himself as a short option, but now moving to the box as the ball goes into it. Headed in at the half post and almost in, I think, headed away by Oglesby, close to the line. Dolman has got it now on the halfway line and puts it into midfield to O'Connor, who flicks it over for Watson, who will look to get control of the bouncing ball, but the offside flag is up on him. Let's see if we're going to get any added time in this first half. We should be into it now. Oh, apparently Chelsea weren't actually 1-0 up. That must have been ruled out for VAR, but they are 1-0 up now. Cole Palmer penalty. That's the problem with this video print you get from Sky, so that's what we use. It tells you when Premier League teams go ahead, but not when they get it ruled out for VAR. North Ferriby have equalised against Concert. Tom Corner has scored. As Higton now right-footed ball forward will try to send it into the box, but Oglesby will head it away, and that will be half-time. So it's 1-1 here at Bradley Football Development Centre between Grimsby Borough and Stocksbridge Park Steels. Grimsby Borough are all over the Steels in the first part of the game, and they deserved their lead on the 6th minute. Cameron Gardner with a smart finish after some really nice passing play. But the Steels from the corner kick, a scrappy one was eventually headed over the line by Luke Rawson. Higton thought he'd stopped it. The linesman said otherwise, and it is here 1-1 as we go into the second half. We will see you in 15 minutes. Hello and welcome back here to the Bradley Football Development Centre for this Northern Premier League East match between Grimsby Borough and Stocksbridge Park Steels. It is 1-1. Goals from Cameron Garner put Grimsby Borough ahead, but Luke Rawson's close range header did cross the line and finished being so it's now 1-1. We're just getting ready for the start of this second half here. We'll run through the team shortly. It's been slightly delayed because Ross Goodwin just needs a quick drink of water, just to show you all listening. So, anyway, I'm Adam Allcroft, your commentator this second half, and we are sponsored by Jason Rawson, carpet fitter and supplier. Referee's just making his final few checks at X, and we are underway. So the Steels in the yellow and blue shirts, blue shorts and blue socks, kicking from left to right, while Grimsby Borough in the all red kit. And Watson's free here. Watson's through, takes a shot straight at Higton, and he makes the save. And it was a missed header there from Topless, and Watson was in, but he didn't find any of the corners. Sent it straight at Higton, really, and it's ended up going out here for a throw-in. Big chance for Stocksbridge to take the lead right at the start of the second half. So we'll wait for this throw-in before we go through the teams for you. And throws it to Charlesworth and tries to find Lemon again, but the tackle from when Farah came in, and it's going to be another throw-in. So, Grimsby Borough, it's Liam Higton in goal, then Bradley Wood, Lewis Adlard, Sam Topless, Jazz Gundry, Luke Horn, Adam Drury, Lewis Collins, Kane Winfara, Cameron Gardner, who was the goal scorer in the first half, and Jack Richardson. The bench is Callum Lover, Thomas Hipwell, Tyre Edwards, Sam Saber, and Edwin Essel. Stocksbridge, it's Ben Townsend in goal, then Jordan Lemon, Jack Tinker, Luke Hogg, Charlie Oglesby, Tom Charlesworth, Alex O'Connor, Ross Goodwin, Luke Rawson, Jack Watson, and Jack Dolman. The bench is Bailey Ty Baker, Oliver Novak, Dan Nelson, and Andy Ring. Goodwin sent one through looking for O'Connor, but headed away. Watson got a bit of a head onto that kept it in a bit, but Collins has just, actually, I say clearance, it's actually ended up being a great ball onto the right wing, and they're going to try and find Garner, but it's behind him, and Lemon touched it, but only back to Richardson, and then Goodwin goes in late with a challenge, and it's going to be a free kick. And a bit of afters between Richardson and Goodwin there, as Goodwin tried to pull him back up to the ground. Ross getting a bit of chat too. This was the referee that sent two Stocksbridge players off against Bridlington Town early in the season, both for dissent, so definitely not a referee to have a cross word with, well, one to have an expletive with. So, free kick's taken short to Collins, who will restart the passing as it goes over to the right side, and it finds Garner, who's got the beater in his man, finding the overlap really well. To the edge of the area goes Richardson's shot, blocked, and then Rawson clears away. Really well worked, but in the end, Stocksbridge defending well. Watson now finds Charlesworth on this right-hand side. He sends one for Rawson to chase. I thought he might just be a bit offside, Rawson, but he's got the beating of his man, tries to send the cross in. Winfari gets another foot onto it. Will be a corner kick to Stocksbridge, and they have looked dangerous from these corners so far. It was where the equalising goal went. So Luke Hogg will head over to take corner. He's been on corner duty with no Thomas Poole or Curtis Turner here today. And he's filled in this job very, very well. But he tends to drill them in fairly low, but they have caused problems and have got a goal. He's going to send it towards the far hand side. It's a different as type corner. It hasn't really worked out. Oglesby get it in, but then O'Connor got to cross in. Watson gets the header, goes underneath, and then Higton comes out and claims it. Ended up working a bit better than I thought it would. The corner went in. Oglesby got a flick of a header onto it. O'Connor chased it down, put the cross in lofted, but then Higton was able to claim it. Grimsby Borough did get the ball away, but now it's a Stocksbridge throw in their own half. We are 49 minutes into the game. It is 1-1. Ashington are having a fantastic game, and it'll be a long coach journey for Bridlington, because Ashington are 5-1 up now. Wilson Neeshaw has scored. Tinker just waiting to get the ball here, and now will do, so we'll have a throw in shortly. Tinker now with the long throw forward, and Goes all the way to Watson, who's getting held, but is doing well to hold up the ball. Back to O'Connor. O'Connor is going to go down this left-hand side, try to slip through to Goodwin, who does pass it back to Dolman. Dolman will look to switch play. Charles has to come back to get it, does do so. Charles will Lemon and doing the right run, but still with Lemon. Cuts in the inside, left foot ball in the middle, headed away. And it's back with the number 10, Gardner now. Gardner tries to launch the counter-attack. Goes over to Drury on this right wing. Comes forward. Doubles back now, though, and back to Bradley Wood, who takes a touch and into the middle now for Richardson and across to Collins as Grimsby now slow down their attack. Will look to do this methodically, and they have shown that they can do this well in this game so far. As Collins comes forward over to the right-hand side to Garner. Garner carries on now to the right to Wood. Wood takes the touch and into the middle to Drury. Appeals for a handball, not given as it's back with Wood. Now finds Drury again on the right-hand side. Tries to put the cross in. It's blocked by Tinker. Will be a corner kick to Grimsby Borough. So now Grimsby Borough, who have their set pieces, have looked quite good so far in this game and haven't been able to get anything from them yet, but definitely a dangerous thing. It's Winfarah taking him, a set piece specialist for Grimsby Borough. He'll be looking to take this one left-footed and looking towards a near post. Good header away by Hogg. Now back with Collins, who will drill this left-footed shot, and it goes in the bottom corner. It's a fantastic strike from Lewis Collins, who restores the Grimsby Borough lead. No one seemed to be closing him down. He's taken his opportunity. Townsend didn't die for it. He saw it late, and Grimsby Borough are now 2-1 ahead. Frustrating after what has been a promising start to this second half for the Steels, especially with that Jack Watson chance earlier in the second half. But Ben Townsend is incredibly angry about it in the box. But in the end, the Steels will have to recuperate and move back in and try and get the equaliser. It's 2-1 to Grimsby Borough. Comes out to Rawson, who tends to keep it in towards Watson, but headed away and into midfield as Winfarah will clear it away. Takes his time, Lemon, and will send it long looking for Rawson, and he holds onto it well on the right wing, puts the cross in, and it's going to go over the bar and out for a goal kick. Back goal for Grimsby Borough. Has him livened up some of the young fans behind their goal. As Hickton prepared to take this goal kick. 53 minutes gone, 2-1 to Grimsby Borough, and Stockton will have to, and Stocksbridge will have to fight to equalise and get back into this game once again. And it looks like it is going to be a substitute coming on for Stocksbridge as Ollie Novak is getting ready on the sidelines. Ball going forward. Oglesby will head it away to O'Connor, and it's big bruising battle before hooked away by Dolman, who's not showing his usual life in this game. I suspect he might be the man about to head off. Tinker will right foot send the ball down line, look for Watson, who seems to have got the beating of the offside flag, but didn't have the complete beating of Topless, who's able to knock that out of play. Stocksbridge throwing. Dolman takes the throw in towards Watson. Back it goes to Turner. To O'Connor, and O'Connor will take the touch. Right footed, trying to find some space, and back it goes now to Tinker. Back it goes to O'Connor. Stocksbridge trying to find some space on this left wing. O'Connor eventually puts the ball in. It's over the top of everyone, and then Goodwin has gone through the back of a Grimsby Borough player and gives the free kick away. Waiting to see if this is going to be the time when Ollie Novak does make his appearance. Looks like we are going to have to wait for a bit longer for him. I think he's going to sit back on the bench, and Ian's going to give him some instructions before he heads on. Hickton taking his time with this goal kick because there's a second ball on the pitch suddenly appeared. So we'll get back underway. Burnley have equalised against Chelsea. That's Cullen. Josh Cullen has equalised for the Clarets. And Higton will send the ball long. Here, headed on by Wood. Great towering header from him. And Oaksby has to do some hard work here to prevent Horn getting onto it. In the end, Oaksby just boots that one out to play. And Grimsby Borough will keep some pressure on. Back with States that was Wood now. Will Grimsby Borough now slowing the game down a bit just to make sure, well, just to tick down the clock. You can't blame him. It's clever against you, and we all know that Wood is going to send this big long throw in now. Here it comes, long throwing in. Rawson will head it high up into the air, still in the box, head back into the box, but it's just a bit of head tennis before Charlesworth will now just boot that one long, and Watson will try to get onto it. It's well cut out by Collins, who then gives it back to Higton, and Higton will slice it forward, and Dolman will look to get onto it, but it bounces favourably for Wood to be able to head it away. Then Hood will head it back into this midfield, and it's a bit of head tennis, but it goes down to go for Collins, who tried to drill it forward, blocked by O'Connor, and it continues to just be up in the air before Hogg gets it down to ground, but forced backwards. Out it goes to Charlesworth on the right, who tries to get beyond his man, and will send one for Watson, who chests it down back to Hogg, who sends it over the top, thinking it was going to be for Watson, but Watson didn't realise that was for him either, and it goes out for a goal kick. 56 minutes gone in this game. It's 2-1 to Grimsby Borough. Tottenham have equalised against Luton Town, a Kabore own goal. So back in with Higton now, and here comes the substitute, and it is Jack Dolman who'll head off, and Ollie Novak has come on to replace him. And you may hear the Novak fan club in the background. Ollie Novak is regular for the reserves this year. Yeah, there has been also been breaking into the first team. Yet to score his first senior goal for the Steels, but it will be much needed today. As Drury has it on the right-hand side. Sign challenge from Tink goes in, but remains with Grimsby Borough, who will be forced backwards to Wood. Now, here it comes on the right-hand side again, but well in from O'Connor, and it's out for a throw into Grimsby Borough. Ollie Novak made over 10 appearances now for the Steel's first team. He has been seen as a great bright light of that Stocksbridge youth system, of that reserves and under-18s team that Mark Fretwell manages. Always been lively now coming on. I say looking for his first Steels. He got his first Steels league goal. He got his first goal and his first start for the Steels against Durham District, as Stockbridge head away that throw in, and Rawson heads it on, and then Novak's first touch will be a clearance that comes off a Grimsby Borough player and goes out for a throw in. So seeing Ollie Novak make more appearances, sign that the pathway for the Steels is working, and it's going to be hopefully get another sign if Dan Nelson comes on. He's on the bench and also comes from the reserve team today. There's Collins on the ball now and forced backwards, and then gets it beyond his man and ball forward looking for the right wing, and it's a good opening for Grimsby Borough. Left-footed ball going in over the top of everyone. Townsend gets a touch onto it, and then at the far post, Grimsby Borough knock it in. It's Kane Winfara who scored. It's Townsend will be disappointed with his goalkeeping as he didn't get a clean catch onto it, and Grimsby Borough now 3-1 up. And it doesn't look very good for Stocksbridge today. Very, very disappointing. That's come out very little, really, and Townsend doesn't get... Townsend, who normally is very good at clearing things out the air, he doesn't get the catch and isn't able to hold on to it, and Winfara with a goal-poaching finish from a quite tight angle, actually. It's probably more impressive than I'm making it out to be, but now it will need a lot of hard work and a bit of a miracle for the Steels to get anything out of this one. But in good news, our reserves are leading. They lead 2-1 against Hemsworth. So Hogg will now drill a ball forward, but it just immediately goes out of play. Throwing now for Grimsby Borough. Wood doesn't seem sure who's going to be taking it, but He will be the one to take it. Lots of other goals to tell you about. Out. Bridlington have got one back against Ashington. Lewis Dennison has scored. Carlton are leading 1-0 against Stockton. That's a surprise result. Alex Howes has scored. Carlton are just causing all sorts of problems in that promotion race. They beat Dunstan the other week as well in a last-minute winner. And Grantham are now leading against Osset. Sissy Tuntle-Warner has scored. And Goodwin's going to try and chase this ball down the left wing before it's pinged away by Topless. Stocksbridge need to get back into this quickly if they want to get any point out of this. 60 minutes gone, and these 10 minutes have seen Stockbridge go from 1-1, looking lively, looking like they might be the team to take the lead, to losing 3-1. As Rawson escapes from Mark on the left wing, gets it to Watson, back to O'Connor, but it's actually a free kick has been given Stockbridge away. Not entirely sure what for, but we'll take it. So, in terms of positioning, Jack Watson seems to have moved over to the left wing now. It's taking Dorman's place there, while Novak has headed over to the right. We'll give you an update on the league table and what that means, these scorelines, because this is we're ground for winning. That's not particularly good scoreline for Stockbridge at the moment. But this is a good opportunity from this court, from this free kick. Hogg to take. Right footed ball, looking for that far post, but Higton punches away, and then onto it first is Drury, who will overhead clear it away, and headed on to the number 10, Garner, who tries to find Adlard, but Hogg has it covered, and then Adlard tackles Hogg, and then Hogg tackles him back, and Hogg then tries to clear it away, blocked by Collins. Great battle between Adlard and Hogg on that occasion. In the end, well, it's I'd call it a score draw. Sheffield United were actually leading 1-0 in their game against Fulham, but through Ben Brereton Diaz, but then Fulham have equalised through Alves Palhinha Goncalves. I think that's Joao Palhinha in weird video printer talk. Stocksbridge have moved into the opposition half now. We're throwing here. Adrian Gills is throwing down the line, and Rawson is going to try and get down the left-hand side, trying to keep the ball in, and in the end knocks it off Wood for a throw in. Stocksbridge are looking better after conceding that third goal from Kane Winfara. We're Tinker now for this throw, and he's still looking for his first Steele's goal. He gets the ball back from Watson, back now to O'Connor, who is found, and then finds Watson, who's looking to get some space, turns away from the challenge, going to take the shot, and that one is well over. Watson's had a few times when he's been able to shrug off his defender and get a bit of space to the shot, but seems like each time it happens, it goes high above the bar. I don't think we've got much faith in Stockbridge scoring a goal, because the person who normally films our goals from behind the goal is currently eating. Hey, Sam. We're not getting any film for any goals at the moment. Yeah, there's a lot of faith here. So if we do score now, you don't expect to see any video footage of it. Well, you got stuff in your face. I'll call you Clint if we miss a goal. Ball goes forward. Watson chests it down, trying to find Rawson, but Wood clears it away before it can do so. And Horn will challenge for it, and he actually gets it knocked off Ogles before a throw in to go Grimsby Borough's way. Quickly goes down the right with Grimsby, but then well in from Stockbridge, who clear it down away to Rawson, who chests it down, goes towards the left-hand side of the pitch. He forced backwards, trying to get around Wood, and does again to get to Watson, who gets shoved over and gets the free kick. So we were thinking about the quick free kick for a second, but well blocked off by Boris, so it will just be the traditional. Let's get right. I say let's traditional. Let's get the ball in the box. Stockbridge aren't actually sending too many people forward, and then the ball does go forward, blocked by Wood, and back with Hogg it is, and Hogg will now try and send it down the left end again. Watson goes over himself, and we're able to clear. Oglesby will cover this and allow it to go out for a Stocksbridge throw. 64 minutes gone in this game. This is 3-1, and looks like Wood is struggling. And he will get some attention from the referee now. Cleethorpes are 2-0 up on Winterton. Will Annan has scored. It will put Winterton bottom of the table, and with this idea that maybe some teams will get reprieves due to ground gradings and various teams that have departed our league this year, that could be very, very crucial for Grantham staying in this league next year. As Rawson heads on to Watson, trying to hold on man. Little back heel finds O'Connor. O'Connor goes down left-hand side, delays his cross. Slide tackle goes in it out for a corner. Both teams did appeal for it, and it goes Stocksbridge's way. Hello, Gary Ward. Obviously, you're listening. Well, it's a corner kick now, so you must be filming something. He is filming now, and here comes a corner from Luke Hogg. Lofted ball in, looking for that far post where Rawson is, head away before he can get to it. Rawson, though, is all over the back of Horn, and it will be a free kick. That weren't worth filming in the end, was it? It'd be better just eating more of your chips. So he'll be back for Higson for this free kick. That's basically a goal kick. 66 minutes gone in this game, and Grimsby Borough are in control. 3-1 up. Goals from Lewis Collins and Kane Winfara in the second half have them leading by the 2 goals. There's not some Premier League goals to tell you about. Nottingham Forest have equalised against Crystal Palace. Chris Wood has scored. And Bournemouth are leading 1-0 against Everton. Dominic Solanke was scored. Higson will send it long. Appeals for an offside immediately, and not giving it. Horn heads it on now for Gardner. Gardner lays it off to the right wing, facing up with Charlesworth. His drawing ball goes in. It's took a deflection, headed on near post defender, and then somehow that is not gone in. Townsend seems to have got a bit clattered on the way, but trying to identify the Grimsby Borough player, though he will not thank me for it. I think it is Luke Horn, who is a yard out, has managed to volley it onto the bar and over. I'll tell you, so if Grimsby Borough weren't 3-1 up, I think he would be very, very ashamed of himself. I think he probably still is, because that would have killed the game off for good. The original pick of Stockbridge, but thinking there was a definite offside on in the build-up to that, but it wasn't given, and Stockbridge were left frozen as Grimsby Borough went forward and really should be 4-1 up. But that one from Luke Horn was a terrible, terrible miss and a very, very lucky let-off for Stocksbridge. If Stockbridge do manage to get a comeback in this game, and they do manage to get an equaliser out of nothing with get the next 2 goals, it will be seen as that miss will be seen as very, very bad. Stockbridge have the throw now. Jack Tinker with it. Thrown to Watson and back to Tinker. Into the middle to Watson, who comes forward with it. Little nibble at the back of his foot, and he will get a free kick for that. Just worth pointing out, so these games traditionally have red cards. There has been 4 red cards for Stocksbridge over the last 3 games, facing Grimsby Borough. Grimsby Borough have also had a man sent off. They had Jack Barlow sent off in the game at Brackenmore last season. We've not even had a yellow card yet in this one. Maybe that's me cursing it now, but here comes Hogg's free kick. So gets blocked, but still goes into the box, and then head away by Grimsby Borough. Goes over to Adlard, who will get beyond Novak, and then sent down the line, and he actually ends up running out of play before he can go out. It's literally with Farah rather than Adlard. Looks like Grimsby Borough will make their first substitution of the game. And it looks like Bradley Wood, who has been struggling with a knock, he's picked up over the last 10 minutes. He is going to be heading off. Good game, Bradley Wood, especially going forward, and his Stocks will be happy. His long throw threat is going to disappear for the rest of this game. And heading on now is someone we haven't been able to identify because he's not turned around to show us his number. Charles throws it to Goodwin, then back to Charlesworth. Tries to find Novak here, but instead finds O'Connor. Then gives it left. He goes to Novak, who gets tackled, and he tries to get the ball back from Winfara. Gives it back to Adlard, who clears away, but only to Charlesworth. Some good pressure from Steels. Tries into the middle to Watson, and it bounces favourably to him as it goes back to Charlesworth. Rolls away, then back to Hogg, who will find O'Connor, then back to Charlesworth. And blocked by the arm of Richardson, and it will be another free kick from the right-hand side. Thomas Hipwell is the man who has come on for Bradley Wood, by the way. Finally have identified it. Big chance for Steels now from this free kick. Hogg with a chance to whip a dangerous ball in. Here it comes, ball lofted in, looking for that far end. Rawson can't get the header right and sends it over. It's almost a free header. He's peeled off his marker really well on the far right side of that mass of people, but he just can't get his head over it and into it. He did score a header in the first half, though his dad said that's only his third header he scored in his life, which is perhaps not the best compliment of a 6'4" lad. Luke Horn is the latest to be heading off for Grimsby Borough. So I think that might be Edwin Essel coming on. We'll confirm that shortly as Higton will send this one out. And there it goes, long it goes. And Lemon will head away and then headed on by Hogg, but into the midfield for Collins, who goes back. It is Edwin Essel who has come on for Luke Horn, and the ball goes forward, and it's a battle here from Gardner, but Oglesby holds him off, and it'll go out for a goal kick. Yes. So now with Charlesworth here, who will take his time. He's got nothing really short on other than going backwards, and instead he's going to go long, look for Watson, but headed away out challenge. Novak gets a block on, but he's still headed on into midfield, and Winfara has it now, and Winfara, the goal scorer, gets it through to Essel, his first toucher since coming on, spins around, finds Winfara again, who spreads it out to the right wing. Some good football from Grimsby Borough at the moment. Ball goes in the middle, Oglesby slices the clearance, and then O'Connor just about touches it away, and then big 50-50 on Hogg is won out and cleared away. Novak tries to haul ball down, does, but then only is able to knock it into the stands, and caught by our chairman Graham Furness over on the far hand side. Some goals to tell you about. Concert took the lead against North Ferriby. Will Shaw has scored. Hopefully that's a more traditional finish. He scored with his bum against Stocksbridge last Saturday. And Dunstan are 1-0 upon Brighouse. Jack Maxwell has scored. With Stockton losing, that's a big goal in the promotion race. Oglesby clears it away. And then headed on by Rawson, but then headed back to Higton by Gundry. Ball goes long, and then big header back by Tinker. Watson tries to get on the end of it, but top place heads away. Novak dropped deep, collects it in central midfield. He tries to drill it towards Novak, bit too strong though, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. 73 minutes gone, because we were a lead 3-1. I say that, Brighouse Town have immediately equalised against Dunstan. Mohamed Kasim has scored, and it looks like Stocksbridge will make a substitution. They haven't got any more attacking options really, so Bailey Ty Baker's going to come on to add maybe a bit of extra pace on that right-hand side. Jordan Lemon, the man, is coming off. Sam's done with his meal. We might get some video now. But Bailey Ty Baker currently in dual registration with Gould, who are, well, last time I checked, we're losing to Emily. Emily set for promotion now. Ball goes forward. Essel will head it back, but then Goodwin heads it, but only heads it back to a Grimsby Borough player who knock it forward. Essel will chase it, but Oglesby will have that covered as it goes out for a throw right next to the corner flag. Sheffield United leading 3-1 against Fulham. They're actually going to win a game, Sheffield United. Sington are leading 2-0 in their game. Ball goes forward. It's a big physical battle that I thought might have been given as a free kick to Stocksbridge. Instead, Grimsby Borough have opened up some space for themselves, and now it's with Adlard over on this left-hand side. Slows it down, and we'll just give it back to Gundry. No need for Grimsby Borough to take risks at this point. 3-1 up. Adlard will take touch, move into the middle. Continues going into the middle with Richardson now, and he'll give it back to Topless. Again, Grimsby Borough are happy just to keep possession. They've got no need to push and take risks now. As the ball goes forward, and Tinker will battle for it, and he's going to have that covered and get nibbled at the same time before he eventually goes out for a steals throw. Tinker throws it out into the middle towards Collins, and Collins wins the touch, and Stockbridge have just lost this midfield battle all day, and it's going to be one of the reasons why the Steels don't look like they're going to get any points out of this one. Novak's trying to harass, but Gundry's just pinged a good ball forward. Baker gets his first touch as a header away that goes out for a Grimsby Borough throw, and looks like not getting that goal early after going down has kind of killed off a lot of the spirit of Stocksbridge at the moment. Grimsby Borough leading 3-1 with 76 minutes gone. Winterton have had a man sent off in their game against Cleethorpes. Newton Silaconde has been given his marching orders. As Adlard will look to switch the play, gets it to the right-hand side to Drury. Drury trying to get the beaten man, puts the cross in, and then claimed at the near post by Townsend. Townsend takes his time, sending it long, looking for Rawson, who will head it on. Watson's going to see if he can get onto it, but Gundry clears it away well. Goes to Collins, who has won that ball, and back it goes to Hipwell, who will clear it down the line, headed away by Oglesby into midfield. Drury has it down, sends one for Essel to chase, and Essel has a lot of speed on Oglesby, and Essel will almost win it off, but Oglesby just gives him a little push around and goes out for the goal kick. Townsend will take it short to Charlesworth. Carrying it forward. And then back to Townsend it goes. And then back it goes now to Charlesworth. Taking time. Fall through to the middle to Rawson. Drop deep. Back now to Charlesworth, who takes the touch. And he has to put it in the middle. Grimsby Borough's shape is meaning Stocksbridge can't really move the ball through the midfield at the moment. Ball going to Watson, who touches it back to Hogan, then towards the left-hand side where Watson is not, and Topless will take his time with it, and then before sending it downfield, Tinker will head it back into midfield, but then it's Grimsby Borough there again. Goodwin trying to win the ball there, and in the end it's Novak who comes clear it, but a free kick is given for Goodwin's wrestling with Grimsby Borough midfielder. 78 minutes gone, 12 minutes for Stockbridge to do something in this game. Grimsby Borough will make their final substitute of the game. They look to try and secure the 3 points in this match. Coming on is Tyler Edwards. Haven't seen who's gone off yet. Just can see Bradley Woods continuing to get treatment. Well, he's laying down on the sidelines as we'll see that knocks. Hopefully, won't be a serious one for him. As the Grimsby Borough's ball forward, his end up ball kick. Townsend just got the ball on the edge of his own penalty box now as he gives it short to Oglesby, and he's still going quite slow. Stockbridge aren't really going hell for leather just yet. Ball forward looking for the runner, Novak here. Novak gets the first touch. Can he get the finish? He does! Ollie Novak has got one back for the Steels. He's one of Stocksbridge's own through the pathway system, and he scores his first league goal for the Steels. Is the comeback on now? It's a fantastic ball forward, and Novak chests it down and then finishes it off with a plum. He was the leading scorer for the reserves last year. He's getting his chance in the first team this year, and he certainly took it there. It's 3-2 now, and the Steels are back in this game. We're Grimsby Borough now, so there are the nerves building for the home side as they look to hold on to this. They've done come back this year. They came back against Consett a couple of weeks ago from being 2-0 down. Now, could the Steels do it to them? Ollie Novak, the goal scorer, getting the Steels back into this game. A big last 10 minutes is coming up here at the Bradley Football Development Centre. I have no idea if Walker Wales did Sam film it. Hope he did. Just for the sake of Ollie. He's not behind there, so it'll be a long range effort from the film. Back for Baker will take it forward, and Baker's clattered into, and you know, see maybe Grimsby are being a bit more frantic now since getting the one back for the Steels. Sheffield United are now 4-1 up on Fulham. Ollie McBurney scored. I can see Sam is filming over there, so maybe we did get film of that goal. It's video as well. Grimsby might share it for us. As Townsend put the ball forward. Only tried to right out, but he's blocked off from it. When Farrer on the ball now. Back it goes to Hipwell, who will clear it away. Essel and Tinker having a big battle, and there was shirt pulling. I think it was going to be given Stocksbridge's way, and Tinker, though, has had to go to the ground now. That is a really worrying sign. He's gone down clutching his leg. Nothing from Essel, just to say it were just both players are pulling each other's shirts, to be honest, but that is really concerning as if he is just pulling muscle, and Ben Townsend's just gestured for a substitute bench. So it looks like Dan Nelson is going to be coming on, another reserve. Steals quite a few men down for today's game, and Dan Nelson, first time he's been on the bench for the Steels, and it looks like perhaps not planned. He will be coming on. He's took the bib off now. I suspect you're going to see maybe Tom Charlesoff go to left back and Baker on the right with Nelson and Oglesby in the centre. Really, really concerning for Jack Tinker. And there will be a substitute. So Jack Tinker will be forced off with this injury. He ended up stumbling over across towards the hoarding, so he's off the pitch. And Dan Nelson, perhaps not in the manner any of us would have wanted, he will make his senior debut for the Steels short. Well, he is on the pitch now. He is now making his debut. Not in the manner anyone of us would have wanted, but another example of the Steel's pathway system working. Novak's almost onto one there, but it's back in Higginson's arms. So, really concerning. We'll try and get what much news as we can about Jack Tinker's injury after the game. But Dan Nelson has his moment now. He will be at left back, actually. Filling in directly for Tinker. And here comes Grimsby Borough forward, but it's a poor pass, and Baker intercepts, and Baker drills ball forward, but that is blocked in midfield. Knocked it forward, looking for Edwards, but Baker clears away again. Adlard heads it back into midfield. Hogg is going to challenge for it, but it's headed over his head by Collins, one of the goal scorers today. Gets it to Winfrey, one of the other goal scorers. Spreads it out to the right. Essel's chasing it down, but it's going to go out of play before it can do so. 84 minutes gone as the Steels have 6 minutes plus whatever out of time left going. You just seen James Eccles saying, "Hi, can you pass this message on to Sam? Get some work done." Well, I will tell him that next time he's around. Dunstan have restored the lead against Brigas. Dale Pearson has scored, and Carlton have made it 2-0 against Stockton. Dean Freeman, the goal scorer. Good heads on to Watson. Lifts it down, looking to turn, but he's been forced backwards. Puts it over the top. Novak's the one who's going to try and get onto it. Gets the touch. Into the box he goes down the outside, puts the ball in, goes beyond everyone, and no one's there at the far post. Nelson was the man running in onto it, actually. In the end, it's gone through Goodwin and Rawson, who both peeled onto the near post. It could have been 3-3. Throwing goes into Watson, who's into the box, but his first touch is high and goes out for a goal kick. The Steels are doing everything they can to get a dramatic equaliser here. Hallam have made it 2-0 in their game. Ollie Fearon has scored. Basil Zotos, the former Steel, setting up. Higton sends this ball long now, as there's just a bit of a chill now here in Grimsby. Oglesby heads away. Battle in midfield, but then Hogg will just boot that one forward. Rawson's going to try and see if he can hold it off his man. He heads it on, but then boot away from Topless. Big head from Charlesworth, but then returned by the number 11 Richardson and out for a Stocksbridge throw. You can hear Liam Heaton's frustrations as Grimsby Borough can't hold on possession like they've been able to. Ball forward, looking for Watson, but headed away by Topless and going back to Watson, who knocks forward and Novak tried to get through, but blocked by Gondry and then out again for another Stocksbridge throw. Ian Richards is playing ball boy to try and get this ball as quickly back in play as possible. But the Grimsby Borough are fine. You've got to give him credit, the young one. He's just on the back of the bench, and that's solid work here from him. You got to praise the ball boy. Ball go through to Watson, who puts it into the middle towards Baker, trying to touch it into the box, but actually going to be Novak outside the box, who puts the ball in and cleared away by Topless, remains in and headed away now by Gondry, headed on by the number 10 Gardner. Hogg trying to battle for it in, but too physical from Ethel, and it will be a free kick. More exciting than perhaps we expected as we get towards the end. Sheffield United had that fourth goal ruled out by VAR, and now Fulham have won back, so it's 3-2. Bobby Reid has scored for Fulham, and Chelsea are 2-1 up on Burnley. Cole Palmer scored. That's his second of the game. Hogg is going to put this ball in. Ball in, looking for that far inside. Oglesby's going to try and get onto it. Bounces away from them, and then big clearance away. And then it looks like it's going to be, well, Goodwin fighting for it here as it bounces. He manages to get it towards goal, and Oglesby comes off his back before Winfara gets it. He's been forced backwards, and back all the way it goes to Higton, who will slice it away. The pressure is tolling for Grimsby Borough at the moment, and Stocksbridge will have a free kick in a fairly high up position. Throw goes in towards Watson, who's trying to keep it in with a chest. He didn't do so, but it is going to be still Stocksbridge's throw. Dan Nelson will go over to take the throw. Taking his time with it, Nelson throws it into the middle towards O'Connor, who peeled off some good space, being forced backwards now, though, to Charlesworth. Charlesworth will now put a crop ball into the box to the far end. Novak gets it on the left. Novak puts a cross in, and it's blocked by Higton. It's a great save. I think it was Watson with the touch, saved by the trailing leg of Liam Higton. I tell you, he always pulls off one great save against the Steels, always at least one, mostly multiple. I think that's his great save. It's a corner kick for the Steels now. Ollie Novak is having a great game since coming on. Since that goal, it seems to be full of confidence. Charlesworth is heading up to see if he can get a goal. Hogg will send it. It's looking for the far post here. It's clumsy into the box. It goes, and then Higton claims it. Charlesworth is looking over to the linesman to see if he gets the look at it across the line. I don't think it did. And Higton is just happy that that one's in his arms. 88 minutes gone. Added time still to come. And we're not going to know how much added time because we don't seem to have a board here. Higton, unsurprisingly, taking as much time as the referee will let him. Ball goes long, but headed away by Oden, and headed right back, and Baker headed away. Big head tennis in Stocksbridge's own half before Baker will just send that down line to Novak, who touches it back to Goodwin, who sends it down to Rawson, who's forced backwards here into the midfield to O'Connor, takes a good touch. Now over to Nelson on the left. Forward now to Watson, who's trying to get away from his tackle, and then the pass through to Nelson is intercepted and cleared away. Townsend is coming out for this one. Going to take the touch, and he's going to come well. Well, he's actually going to lay it off for Charlesworth, and Charlesworth will send it forward. Gundry heads away, but only side to Goodwin, who heads it for Baker, has to go back to get it, and back it goes to Charlesworth now. Charlesworth looks to switch play, looking for Watson on the left-hand side, but headed behind him by Hitwell, and then to Adlard, who will big clearance away, and then Watson's going to be penalised for going in a bit late on Hitwell. That's a pressure relieving free kick for Grimsby Borough. Lots of goals to tell you about. David Robinson has done some 3-1 up. That's going to be a big win for them with Stockton losing. And some goals in the Premier League. Burnley have equalised against Chelsea almost as soon as Chelsea retook the lead. Darren O'Shea has scored for the Clarets. Everton have equalised against Bournemouth through Gomez. And Tottenham are leading 2-1 against Luton. That's through Son. North Ferriby have equalised against Consett as well. Jack Johnson has scored. We are in the 90th minute and we don't know how much added time there's going to be. And there's not been many. There's been quite a few goals. So I'd say about 5 minutes by my clock. Stocksbridge have the throw on the left-hand side. Nelson throws it down, slice ball away, and Collins slices it again, goes out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Nelson throws it down, looking for Rawson, chase it down, looking to turn, knocked away, and then big boot up into the air. Goodwin looking to challenge, knocks it forward here. Yeah, Novak trying to turn, trying to find Watson, and he can't do so. It's intercepted and cleared, but that just goes to Charlesworth. Charlesworth takes the touch, goes forward, tries to look for the far hand side. He's looking for Novak, but it's headed away from him, and it's Nelson challenging for it before Garner can boot it away as he turns defender. Going from Hogg to Watson, who's forced back, but now back it goes to Hogg into the middle for Nelson, who can't get a clean touch onto it, cleared away. And now Essel will look to hold it up. He holds up really well, heads it back to Edwards, who tries to send the ball through to Essel, and he's trying to get the beat in of Charlesworth, and Charlesworth will shove him down, and it's a free kick. And this is Grimsby being able to burn not only is it a goal scoring opportunity, it's a time for them to burn time and get closer and closer to that full-time whistle that they are just praying for at the moment. Bournemouth are now back ahead against Everton. A Seamus Coleman own goal. In the FA Vars, Romford are level 1-1 against Lincoln United. That's despite Romford being down to 10 men. Back on the right-hand side for Grimsby Borough. They are happy to keep possession at the moment. But Adlard's broke through. Well in from Oglesby, who has blocked it off Adlard. It will be a goal kick. So we will see it go down the other end now as Townsend rushes to try and get this game back underway and see if Steels can make maybe just the one more opportunity. Okay. We are 2 minutes into added time. Ball forward from Townsend. Headed on by Oglesby. Goes to Watson on the left. It's broke really well for the Steels as Watson cuts on the outside, puts the cross in, diving header away and cleared away by Grimsby Borough. Charlesworth rushes over to it, slips over, and then Essel's fighting for it. Charlesworth gets them down. It will be a yellow card for Tom Charlesworth. Charlesworth's slippers just let him down on that occasion, and it gives Grimsby Borough more time to burn away. A yellow card for him. It's the only yellow of the game, surprisingly. And that, well, I don't think that'll be it, but it definitely will burn another 30 seconds off. Especially how long the referee's taken to write this in his book. Winfara taking his time with this one. And he will look to switch the play over to the right wing. Headed inwards by Garner, but then O'Connor heads it away, and Watson will try and keep it. He doesn't do so. Will be Grimsby Borough's throw in. 3 minutes of added time now gone. Fulham have equalised against Sheffield United. Carvalho has scored. So Essel's doing some decent juggling here. Gets to the edge of the box, but Goodwin's in, and it's a bit of calamity. No free kick given for Grimsby Borough's appeal, but they've got the ball back, and they are burning the time well now. With Gardner trying to keep hold of the ball, but he ends up dribbling out of play. Stocksbridge get the throw. Essel's trying to hold onto the ball, but Goodwin wrestles it off him. Big throw from Charlesworth down there, but it just goes back to Grimsby Borough, just boot it right down. It'll be a throw in an identical position. That's a few more seconds off, because we are almost at the 4 minute mark, so I would suspect that we are going to see the full time whistle soon. We haven't been told how much added time there is. Ball down the line, headed away by Adlard into the midfield. 4 minutes out of time. It is full time, despite Stocksbridge doing all they could in that last 10 minutes. Grimsby Borough will get the 3 points. It was 1-1 at half time, but then over 10 minutes, Grimsby Borough stretched that lead. Lewis Collins with a well hit drive from the edge of the area before Win far and made the most of an error from Ben Townsend to make it 3-1. Stocksbridge rallied though, and Oliver Novak got his first league goal for the Steels to make sure that they got set up a grandstand finish. Unfortunately, despite some chance at the end, the Steels weren't able to get a point, and we will spend this Easter Saturday going home with nothing, I'm afraid. Thank you very much for everyone who has listened today. We will see you on Monday, the short turnaround, as we are home to Pontefract Collieries. Look forward to seeing you then. And thank you very much for everyone who's been listening. I've been Adam Allcroft, and we're sponsored by Jason Wilson Copy Fit and Supplier. Good afternoon and good evening and good night, whatever we're